Hello, Seven Wonders. It's Sunday, and this week's theme is books. I don't know if you can tell by my bookshelf, but I could probably spend a few days talking about books, so I'm going to try as hard as I possibly can to make this as short as I possibly can. First books I'm going to talk about, Harry Potter. Those are my copies right there. I know you can kind of only see the bottoms of them, but they're very well worn and well loved. Harry Potter is basically the most brilliant thing ever in the world. I'm not obsessed at all. Am I wearing a Harry Potter shirt today? I am. Team Quidditch. What? Anna and the French Kiss. Read it. By Stephanie Perkins. It is adorable. Basically Anna, who is our main character, that's her there, I'm assuming, she gets sent to Paris to go to boarding school by her father. And she's kind of upset about this. Not necessarily because it's Paris, because Paris is amazing, but because her parents didn't really give her a choice in this matter. They just said, you're going to Paris. So she goes, she meets a guy, and thus begins the most adorable story ever in the world. Both Roisin and Fiona talked about this book. I'm just going to mention it really quickly. It's amazing. If you haven't read it, read it. Also, I want to show you, my copy has a Hanklerfish. I haven't met John or Hank Green. I'm really jealous that some of you have. I really want to, but they never come to Arizona. The Book Thief. Fiona also talked about this. This book is so beautiful and so tragic, and it's just amazing. My sister read it, got halfway through, and didn't like it. So she's no longer my sister, is all I can say. That was a joke. I'm trying to get her to reread it because I think she just wasn't in the proper mood to appreciate it. The Penderwicks. This copy is just kind of falling apart. By Jean Birdsall. Basically, it's about 4 sisters that go on vacation for 3 weeks in the Berkshire Mountains. I adored this book when I was a child, and I adore it now. I mean, it's so much fun. It's just good old-fashioned fun. It's all about just growing up. I still identify with these characters. The girls are ages 4, 10, 11, and 12 in this. And I still identify with them so much. They are such good characters. There's also a second and a third book that are out now. They're both brilliant. I have them right here, hold on. The Penderwicks on Garden Street. This copy is so horrible. This is about them in their, just on their street. They live on Garden Street and their whole adventures with that. And then the Penderwicks of Point Moet, which is where the oldest one goes on vacation to New Jersey. We don't really see much of her. And the other 3 go to Point Moet, and the second oldest, Skye, is in charge now of her siblings, and this is all about her trying to kind of rally together. And it's just these books. The 4th one is coming out in 2014, and the 5th one is coming out in 2017, because it takes her 3 years to write these books. And they're just so much fun. They're so much fun. My Most Excellent Year by Steve Kluger, a novel of love, Mary Poppins, and Fenway Park. There are 3 basic storylines in this. The first is that Alejandra, or Allie, has just moved, and she meets TC, who is another one of the main characters. TC kind of has a bit of a thing for her. She's a bit resistant. This is all about how their relationship evolves. TC has a friend named Augie, who they consider themselves brothers. They decided when they were, I think, maybe 8, that they were just going to be brothers for the rest of their lives. So Augie is coming to terms with the fact that he is gay, and he has a crush on this boy named Andy, and it is the most adorable thing ever on the planet, I swear. Oh my gosh. And he's into musical theater, and the third plot line is TC plays baseball, and he meets a blind boy named Hucky, who's 6, who loves Mary Poppins and is convinced that she's going to come live with him. This book is so freaking adorable. You just have to read it. If you're into baseball, you should read it. If you're into musical theater, please read it. If you just like just freaking adorable things, you need to read it. This book I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of feelings. Better Nate Than Ever by Tim Federle. I believe I'm saying that right, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Again, I'm super into musical theater and thus love books that are about musical theater. This is about a boy named Nate who runs away to New York to audition for E.T. the musical, which I don't think is an actual thing, but it's an excellent story, and how he's kind of navigating the city by himself and coming to terms with his sexual orientation. And there's just a lot of references to musical theater, and it takes place in New York, and New York is my favorite place ever, and I just... I'm getting feelings again. I need to calm down. Read this book. Sweet Scarlet by Maureen Johnson. I freaking love Maureen Johnson, and this is one of my favorite books by her. Takes place in New York. Big surprise. I'm not sensing a theme at all. Yeah, it's about Scarlet. She lives in a hotel. She has an older brother who's really into musical theater. Again, not seeing any sort of trend whatsoever. And she meets a boy. A woman comes who is really demanding and decides that Scarlet is going to be her personal assistant, and they get into all sorts of antics, and it's really good. It's a good summer read. It's a good anytime read, really, but it takes place in the summer in New York, and I mentioned New York already. I really like New York. Just read it. I'm slowly losing coherence. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This book, first of all, the cover is gorgeous, and it is really adorable. It takes place over a period of 24 hours. It's about Hadley and Oliver, and they meet in an airport. The Lux by Anna Goberson. It takes place in New York. What? Oh, big surprise. I have a problem. But it takes place in New York in the 1800s, actually 1899, so almost the 1900s. And it centers around 5 teenagers and their just life struggles in the 1900s, almost 1900s. And there's romance and daring, and it's funny and brilliant, and you should just read it. It's also a series. I have the other 3 books. They're called Rumors, Envy, and Splendor, and they all have beautiful covers like this. So you should read them all. I think that's it for now. I'm sorry if this is a million hours long. I'm going to try and edit it down as much as I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching. I loved all of your videos this week. A lot. And now I'm going to take the opportunity to show off something else. And no, it is not my purple pants. Here. Oh gosh, this is heavy. Maria. I have all of the Series of Unfortunate Events books. But that's not what I wanted to show you. Hold on. Oh god. This is not. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, they're all falling out. This was a really bad idea. Oh, crap. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. What I wanted to show you is the box. It has Count Olaf's Disguises on the outside. It's amazing. And then on the back, it says The Complete Wreck, which is what the series thing is called. And it's got bits from, like, all of the series, all of the books, I mean. It's a cool box. I got it for Christmas like 3 years ago. And now I have to put all of the books back in. Wee. Bye! He just sounds like the... My Most Excellent Year by Steve Kluger, a novel. My Most Excellent Year by Steve Kluger. I can't speak.